Welcome everyone, I'm Marty Hurt. Today we're going to learn how to safely start up your Steam Master portable steam cleaning system. We're also going to learn how to properly shut it down. Along the way we're going to teach you what all these buttons and lights are for and teach you how to properly install the hose and a wand and maybe talk about some important maintenance tips. Before we get started, I'd like to talk about the PPE that's going to be required and recommended to use your Steam Master portable steam cleaning system. First thing we're going to do is we're going to wear eye protection because the steam is going to come out of the wand much like an air hose would be used. We're going to wear gloves. This isn't required, but it's recommended. We're going to have incidental contact with maybe some hot parts on the wands that we're using when we're changing out accessories and maybe putting a brush at the tip of the wand. You'll see that later. The other thing is hearing protection. Not required, but recommended. Check with your plant personnel whether you should wear hearing protection when using the machine. Now that we have the PPE established, we're going to need some water to heat up to make the machine produce steam. There's a reservoir back here whereby I want you to put only water. Never put chemical in this container. Also, never put distilled water, or don't put any deionized water. Simple, regular tap water. And we'd like that water to be under 140 degrees Fahrenheit. In other words, don't put something in there that's super, super hot. The pump doesn't like it. Once that's full, we can come around. Now we need some power to turn it on. We've got to heat that water up. We have to take the water from that tank and put it into the boiler that's inside this cabinet. Before I plug it in, I want to make certain that this is in the off position. This is our main power switch. And when I turn that on, a couple things happen. This white light comes on, and that tells me I have electricity running to the unit, and now it's prepared to do quite a few things. First thing I want to do after that is put in the green light. The green light is actually engaging the heating elements to cause the heating system to go far past boiling up to about 350 to 360 degrees. We're already there. The temperature when you put it in there will probably read 70, 80, 90 degrees on this display, and then it'll warm up slowly, but it'll start to go faster as the temperature rises. Our target temperature is right around 350 to 360 degrees. That'll give us optimal dry vapor steam for your cleaning experience. The next button we have over here is our steam button. When this is in the off position, this gun will not work. When it's engaged, now it's heating up, and now the gun will work when I depress the trigger. Remember, you can't make steam until this is up around 350, 360 degrees. Otherwise, all you have is hot water. We'll talk about the hose here for a few minutes, and it's important. There's a couple things here worth noting. You see this funny looking antenna. This antenna is on here to protect your hose from being damaged, especially from where it gets pulled out from the base here, and it gives you a little stress relief if somebody is pulling the hose there and you get a little tug, so we're not pulling this heat shield out. The other thing we want to point out is this connection here. This connection is where you plug into the machine, and then you just snap this in, and it's a nice secure connection. The steam will run through here. And once again, when we press this light on, it now talks to the hose, and we'll have steam. It takes a few minutes. We're going to clear out the line. You're going to need a wand or some kind of accessory to attach to the gun. It's a very easy, simple process, straightforward. It just simply screws on and screws off. So we're going to take it apart. You can see we've got a little fitting right there, and it just goes in. You're going to point this any number of 6 ways around here. We're going to put it in the down position, and we just get in there. We tighten it down, and the single most important thing to remember from this is we do not want this tight. Snug only. If you watch my hands, I didn't crank down on that. That'll damage the O-rings in here, and you'll have some leaks later on. So just very, very gently tighten this. So we've learned how to operate the machine. Now it's time to shut it down. The very most important thing about the shutdown process is that we drain the system. We drain the water out of that boiler that's super hot. The reason for that is inside that boiler, we have a set of heating elements, just like this. When the water is in there, we're taking calcium, lime, and rust out of that, and it's attaching to these heating elements. Over time, it'll get a big buildup, and the machine will struggle to operate like it did when it was brand new. It's an easy fix, but in the meantime, we do not want this water to sit on these heating elements overnight or until the next time you use the machine. So we want to drain it, and then it has no opportunity to unnecessarily accumulate. Now we're ready for shutdown. The first thing I want to do is I want to turn off the heating elements, and that's just simply press that green button. The next thing is we don't need the hose anymore, so let's turn that off. All we have to do now is cut the power, and you can disengage the power from the power source, coil up your hose. But the single most important thing we're going to do with this shutdown process is we're going to drain that boiler out of that hot water and get that water away from those heating elements, and it'll remain empty until you use it again. That drain is located at the bottom of the front of the machine, but we have to take it to a place in your facility that can take that 350-degree water, and there's probably about 3 gallons left in that boiler. So we wanted to take it someplace where we can dump that super hot water, and we want to do it while it's under pressure so it pushes that calcium, lime, and rust out, and it evacuates the system quickly. And we do that with a drain right at the front. Do not kneel down on the ground because that water is hot. It could come to your knee, but you can reach over here and grab that off on, or that open valve drain and drain it, and you'll be in good shape. You know it's empty when the machine stops making noise. It will sound like a jet taking off. It's rather loud, and it may startle you at first. Just rest assured that water is coming out of there as it should, and when it's empty and stops making noise, this pressure gauge will go to 0. Thank you for taking time today to learn about your Steam Master portable steam cleaning system. There'll be some additional maintenance tips in the user manual that came with the machine, or you can source it online at our website. I really hope that you have years and years and years of continued just perfect service with your Steam Master unit. Thank you.